They're not evacuating. We have no distraction.
We're not here to fight. We're here to liberate.
And the only weapon we need for that is truth.
You sound like Gabriel.
They won't believe us just because we tell them the truth. I'm thinking Ryker helped us through this. His mother will finish it.
I'm so excited. So they're gonna use Priya to expose the truth.
Prime soldier, the guardian enemy. They lie. They lie about everything. They're not gods. They don't become one with their host. They kill them. They steal your bodies so they can live forever.
It's true. We're not divine. It's all a lie.
I'm disappointed in you, Priya. I'm disappointed in all.
God, Russell, shut up.
According to our adjustment protocol, non-believers must be purified.
He just exposed a toxin. Oh. Oh, they have to watch their baby girl's body die too. Hey!
Jax. Jax! I cannot take orders from you anymore. Miller, she's right. We'll never make it past the guards.
But I can't.
Jackson.
I'm going with you. They'll think Josephine's going. It's Madi. I'm going.
Don't do it. We're not still working on that part. Just go. No, fight this down. We don't want to kill him. We have more choice.
These things are fitted out.
So, damn. So adjustment protocol is to basically throw the red sun toxin and have the believers kill the non-believers. That's crazy. I can't believe Russell just did that. I still haven't seen Abby. Where the hell is Abby? I feel bad for Delilah's parents. Like, first they have to find out that Delilah isn't one with the Primes. It was actually murdered in order to bring Priya Prime back. And then they have to see the body. And then they have to actually, like, go and kill their daughter's body, like, physical body, because they want to kill Priya. I just feel bad for them. Miller saying that he doesn't take orders from Blood Rain anymore. Like, oh, my baby boy. Yeah. It's been hard for him. It's been hard for all of them. But Octavia did have a point. He wouldn't be able to make it past all of that. They luckily all took the antitoxin, so they don't have to worry about the hallucinations. They just have to keep themselves alive long enough to make it. They just need to keep themselves alive long enough for the toxin to wear off. So how do you know the non-believers aren't gonna be more than the believers and end up killing the believers and then Russell is just fucked? Because that could happen, you know? Oh, Madi still thinks.
God, where have you been?
I was looking for Priya, but then I was blocked by a bunch of Gabriel's lunatic children. She's dead, by the way. What the hell is going on? We're leaving, Sid, until it's purified.
Ah! Oh my god! I guess, is that Simone?
Your mother murdered her mother. Ironic, don't you think?
Don't speak to me. How could I have ever loved such a traitor? Oh, sweetheart. We have no pilot. That won't be a problem. Go float yourself, murderer. How about no? Good choice. You're not coming?
You killed her.
she did was help him.
Finally!
I'm gonna save her.
Finally!
How do you, Murphy?
Is there a problem?
They changed their minds. Cowards.
She's doing that. Throw her to the wolves.
No.
I saw her in Clark's mind. But if I'm right, we need her to get on that ship.
Abby dying is finally what broke Murphy. One true army, let's go! Indra, Gaia! God damn it! Ah, shit. This cannot be the penultimate episode. Holy shit. This is crazy. No. We have one episode left. What? Well, they did say the season finale would be a cliffhanger. Well, I'm about to go get my wisdom teeth removed later today, which is why I had to wake up early to get this, and accidentally, and had to, kick everyone out. People were so nice to me here. Letting me use their room and shit. So, Abby's death is finally what broke Murphy and Memori, because he was like, all she did was help, and you killed her. And I'm just like, aw, see, I knew, Murphy and Abby, I don't know when they had a nice connection. I mean, maybe while he was pumping Octari's heart with his bare hands in order to save, Clark. I just remember season 5 where Murphy was like, it's Abby, and went with Kane to go help Abby while everyone else was escaping and shit. But, Murphy and Abby have this bond, Raven and Abby also. Holy shit. Abby is Simone. Since they couldn't get Echo, they got Abby to be Simone instead, which is just creepy shit. I'm glad Memori stays. They're staying to help their people. The other primes, I'm guessing the Lees were the pilots, because they were like, if you hadn't killed the Lees, they would have had a pilot, but they threatened Madi to get Raven to fly, and they have Gaia and Madi, and that's gonna get the one crew to let them pass. Okay, so we're divided right now between people in Sanctum, who are the children of Gabriel, who got in, Bellamy, Echo, Miller, Octavia, Murphy, Mori, and then everyone else while they're doing the adjustment protocol. In other words, killing each other. And then we have people in space, which are Raven, Madi, Gaia, Jackson, Simone as Abby, Clark still pretending to be Josephine, Russell, and the other primes who are just leaving Sanctum because Sanctum isn't safe for them right now. So they're just gonna go chill in space, I guess. Okay, yeah, because Gabriel, okay, so I'm guessing they just left Gabriel in Sanctum, and because I think Russell said Sanctum is yours, so I think it won't last long. So I think they just left Gabriel there, and they're like, oh, we don't have to deal with them anymore because they're going to be in space, and there's no other way for any of them to get to space because they have one ship, and Raven flew that, and the only other pilot is Memori, and she is also, where the fuck is Jordan? Where the hell is Jordan? We haven't seen him since he got stabbed. Is he okay? I'm guessing he's alive because they didn't say anything about it, but we haven't seen him. Did they just leave him in Sanctum, or did they take him with the primes because he saved a prime? I don't know. I guess they took some of their guards, but is Jordan okay? Because we haven't seen him in a bunch of episodes. Where is Jordan and Diyoza? So I'm thinking Diyoza is going to return next episode, because I think that was, someone posted something about it being in the, a return or something being in one of the episode descriptions. But yeah, so this was a really good episode. I actually really, really enjoyed this one. Clark the whole time pretending to be Josephine, and we had them actually going through and resurrecting all the primes except for Ryker because they had their chip, and then Priya because Priya's dead. They killed her after she helped or the people affected by the toxin did. Abby became a Nightblood in order to spare Madi the bone marrow extraction so that she could live. And in the process, even though she made enough bone marrow for all the primes, Russell knew that Abby would eventually want to kill him and his people for what they did to his daughter, even though he didn't know at the time that Abby was like Abby's daughter Clark was okay. So he decided to use Abby as a host in order to bring Simone back, so that her threat of destroying Sanctum would, go away, even though there are other people who also love Clark who are willing to destroy Sanctum. Bellamy. Well, I don't know about destroy, but he was pretty pissed. Yeah, they let the children of Gabriel in, went crazy. They tried to expose the truth by using Priya, guaranteeing Priya that they'd give her Ryker's chip if she told the truth. I don't know if the non-believers ended up destroying Priya and Ryker's chips, but that's a real possibility. I just noticed the primes left, and they left 2 of their own there. They left Ryker and Priya to just, I guess, be there. Let's see what else. Yeah, Gabriel unfortunately couldn't shoot Russell, which would have been a really good idea. He couldn't, like he said, he doesn't feel he can't sacrifice the few to save the many. Like, he doesn't want to kill at all. Which is very interesting because, like, we had the whole, like, thing where he, like, conquered death. But I don't know, like, it's interesting, like, he was able to conquer death, but in a sense he wants to die now. Because he doesn't believe living as an immortal is a good thing, and he wants them all to stop, and that's what the children of Gabriel did, or children of Gabriel also want. Memori, let's talk about John and Memori. So cute this episode when they were dressed up as in their prime outfits, pretending to be Daniel and Kaylee Prime, and then Gabriel's like, they're brother and sister, so you know. That was funny, but it was when they saw that Abby had been taken and turned into a prime that they kind of just like, no, we're going to stay and we're going to save our people and all of that, which was good because, Murphy has his ups and downs. He switches sides, kind of like Clark did last season with all the side switching. But I'm glad that he chose to help his people because his people are going to need help right now. If he can pretend still to the believers to be a prime, then maybe he can help out. Because all that's really left is like Gabriel, Murphy, and Memori as primes. Let's do a Nightblood check. Nightblood, Madi, real Nightblood. Clark, artificial. Abby, artificial. Echo, artificial. Murphy and Memori, artificial. We have 6 Nightbloods now. That's crazy. Not including the actual primes. I'm talking about like Grounder and Space Crew Nightbloods. That's crazy. Like, Nightblood was so rare and now there's so many of them. The toxin is making everyone go crazy and fight to the death, so the believers kill the non-believers and stuff like that. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess it depends kind of like the believers and the non-believers, like what the numbers are. I mean, if they're fairly even, then it could go either way. Jackson, Madi, and Raven were taken. We saw Miller worried about Jackson. Aw, I really hope Jackson doesn't die. I hope... Okay, we've had Kane and Abby die. Okay, I think we're good for the rest of the season. Let's not have Raven, Murphy, or Memori die. I don't remember who it was on Instagram, posted a May We Meet Again for those 3, or was it Echo, Murphy, Memori? I don't know. I saw a May We Meet Again thing for them because they're like, I have a feeling one of these is going to die before the season ends, and I'm just like, no. Okay, we already had Marcus, we already had Abby. We're good. We're good right now. We had 2 major deaths. Let's not kill anyone else. I feel so bad for Raven. Raven, omen of death that she is. Like, we just all knew Ryker was going to die. I don't think Ryker was a potential love interest. Like, it could have been if it developed over time, but at the moment where they met, I don't think it was like, oh, he's going to be a huge love interest for Raven, which is what a lot of people were thinking. I was just like, I think they're just being friendly and talking, and he ended up being one of the main characters that helped us in Sanctum. And I think that's how they introduced his character. And by putting in the whole Raven omen of death thing, we assumed his death from the very beginning. Ryker, who, died. But Raven, she can just never be happy. She's always, some shit is always happening to her, always happening to her. St. Clair died in front of her too. She was mad at Abby, yet she still saved Abby from taking the spacewalk and dying because she didn't know what she was doing. You know, she still cared for Abby, even after Abby tortured her and shocked her to get her to build the machine thing to cure the prisoners so that Abby could get her drugs. Like, she was so mad at Abby on the ship. And everything, like, they said hateful things, or she said hateful things to Abby. Yeah, you should never tell anyone to go kill themselves. Like, in the spur of the moment that might come out, but you should never tell them and should always apologize if you ever say that to anyone. Never say that to anyone. But, like, she apologized in this little talk she had with Abby, and Abby apologized and everything to get on a good page just so Abby could die in front of her. So she could lose another person she cared about. They just had to be like, yeah, you're my family too, Raven, just so they can kill Abby. I feel like that's what affected me more with Abby's death, was Raven and Jackson and how I knew Clark was going to react. But, god damn, I'm like so freaking, like, Raven can never be happy. Anyone she cares for just dies. But literally, she is the omen of death, like, seriously. She was trying to get Sheidheda out of Madi's head. Didn't work because they didn't have the notebook yet. So what I'm thinking for the season finale, maybe, is Sheidheda is still gonna be in Madi, and as the commander, if they're able to take the bridge and the mothership from the primes, Madi will lose total control of herself and have Sheidheda take over, because even if Clark tells her, like, she's really gone at this point, so even if Clark tells her that it's her, Clark, I think Sheidheda might still have control, and if he does, he might come up with a plan and, like, wake up his army of One Crew followers who are still loyal to the Flame and end up leading them. I don't know, but maybe that could happen. Yeah, she's pretty gone with Sheidheda. I don't think they ever got the notebook. Maybe, did Gaia get the notebook? Is that why Clark took Gaia with her? I think, maybe. That's interesting, though. Maybe that's why Clark took Gaia with her, because they did want to cure Madi. And Gaia was at the meeting. Maybe they do have the notebook. Maybe they can fix it in on the mothership, hopefully. Before Madi's just totally gone and Sheidheda takes control and then wakes up his sleeping army. I think it was very interesting how they did the whole Clark, Abby, Simone, Josephine storyline. It was a whole mother-daughter thing, you know. They took Clark to be Josephine. Clark ultimately killed Josephine and was able to become herself again, tell her mother, and then her mother ended up becoming Simone, Josephine's mother. So it's kind of just like, I think that was really interesting now that I think about it. Simone doesn't know that her daughter is lost, and now Clark knows that her mother is lost because she became Simone. So it's like this whole mother-daughter thing, which was interesting. And then we have the whole mother-daughter thing between Clark and Madi, because Clark wants to protect her daughter, and it's becoming really hard because she also has to think of, like, everything that's going on and then have to find a way to protect her own daughter. The primes are now in space, and Indra and her army are waiting there. However, they have hostages. They have Madi, the commander, who anyone who is loyal to the commanders will bow down in front of Madi, and they won't let the primes kill her. But I think the people who are awake right now are just like Indra, Nyla, and the space crew part of One Crew. So there might not be that much loyalty to Madi right now, besides Indra, but they have Gaia. And Gaia is Indra's weak spot. Indra better not die, because we had Kane and Abby die. Those are the main adults. Indra's like the only main adult left. Holy shit, Indra better not die. Okay. I'm scared for Indra. So Indra's obviously gonna let them pass so they can guarantee Gaia's safety. Everyone on space crew, on the ship, is close to Jackson, and now he's their only doctor. So they're gonna eventually let the primes pass, and we're just gonna have to figure out what's gonna happen with that. Because the primes are already on the ship, and they're getting past the One Crew guards, because Gaia and Madi are hostage, and Jackson is hostage, and Raymond. So they're definitely gonna get there. I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they just gonna chill in the ship, or are they gonna try to go to a new place? I think they're just staying in the ship for a while Sanctum, like, figures its shit out. Anyways, I think my camera's about to die, so Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you with the next episode of The 100 as soon as I can. Once again, I am sorry these are all late.